Bitcoin is doing amazingly well all the way to the upside, and a lot of persons are expecting different things. Some persons are expecting the market to come back down, that there is a triple top. Look at it right here. There is this top at this very point, and then this very top. So this one will form another top, and then triple top, of course in an uptrend is a reversal pattern. That means market is going to begin to reverse all the way to the downside. And that is what some persons are expecting. I am expecting something very different from that very perspective. And I'm going to show you on this very price action in this very video. Very importantly, and if you look at Ethereum, my opinion on Ethereum have changed completely. It's going to skyrocket all the way to the upside. And if you look at Pi, I'll be giving a trade in this very video. So watch this video all the way to the very end, including BNB. All of these and many more in this video. Pay attention, watch the video gradually all the way to the first thing here that is very interesting is the price of Bitcoin. Look at this very price action. I am on the 1 week chart. So the 1 week chart Bitcoin price action is, if you notice, market move from this very point. Okay, market move from here upward, and then we see retracement. This retracement is about 50% retracement from this very point to this very area, 50% retracement, and the market move again, retrace a little bit, market move again, retrace a little bit. Right now market has moved, and one important thing I want to pay attention to, which is contrary to people that are looking at triple top for the market to reverse right here and begin to come all the way to the downside, is the fact that this very candle that formed last week, okay, closed bullish. Not only that, this candle right here closed above every other close that we saw right at this very point. So this close is up, okay, and the market creates a new all-time high of $125,000. What that actually means, in my opinion, is that the market have high capability of moving all the way to the upside, and I'm going to show you the targets that I'm expecting right now. Look at it right at this very point. You see this very trend line? This very trend line is the trend line I take from this very point to this very area. That means market should approach this very point of $150,000 in this very move. Okay, this very leg of move that is already in play right now in the market should move upward into this very area. So between the 140 150 is the next target for Bitcoin, and this is my personal opinion. But I am looking at this very price action, looking at the fact that the market correct this time, correct this one, and the market is moving all the way to the upside right now. And not only that, if you look at this very candle, this is a very bullish candle, strong one. Not only that as well, if you take a look at this candle, this bear candle and this bullish candle, this is what we call a bullish closing price reversal pattern. Okay, and in this very case, it is a continuation pattern, because after market move this much, retracement, so market continuation all the way to the upside. I've shown you about 4 reasons why I believe that the market is going to move into this very area of $140,000 and $150,000 in this very move, and this can take weeks or in the next 1 to 2 months. This is my personal opinion on the price of Bitcoin right now. So from here, expect the market to move all the way to the upside into this very area. And if we break out of this very trend line, it will be very parabolic for Bitcoin. I'm telling you, things are going to be very parabolic for Bitcoin, because if market move upward, let's say from this very point where it is right now into this very area of 140 150, and then we break out of this very trend line, market is going to shoot all the way into $200,000 and $250,000, and that is my range of prediction in this very bull cycle. Of course, Bitcoin has been moving upward and retracing, but this time around I want to see aggressive pump on the price of Bitcoin from now moving forward. And this is what you need to pay attention to, okay? Even though you have something very contrary to this and you're looking at this as a triple top and that the market is going to come back down and we're going to see reversal in the market and market is going to have a great decline, I am not looking at that. So also pay attention to this very perspective of mine. So this is what I am now paying attention to on the price of Bitcoin. A breakout here is an aggressive pump into $200,000 per Bitcoin. This is what you need to pay attention to right now, guys, on the price of Bitcoin 1 week chart. Very important, the 1 week chart. And if you come to the 4-hour chart here, you discover that the 4-hour chart is also gathering momentum to move all the way to the upside. What I am waiting for right now is for this very candle that is forming right now, this very bullish candle to close bullish, and it should close above this very close right here. Okay, we are seeing a close, and then if this very candle moving right now close bullish above here, then I can be very sure that the market is going to continue this bullish movement all the way to the upside. And this is very important because if the market closes bullish, that means there is more bullish momentum from the bulls to push the market a little bit into this very area of 127 and $128,000 on the short term, because this is the 4 hours chart. Now, as you're looking at that, there are area of interest on this very price action that if market should retrace, okay, because market is going to retrace, of course, but I am not looking at aggressive dump or aggressive retracement. So point of interest, if market retrace from here, where are the points of interest you should pay attention to right now? The first point of interest for me is this very point right here, because there is interest right here. So I'll take this very point, okay, first point of interest. So market can retrace into this very area of 122 and then begin to move upward. And another point of interest as well, which is very, very significant on this very price action, is this very area right here of 18, that is 118 and $117,000. These are the critical areas that I see price to retrace into and continue upward. That is on the short term. Market can move from here, come back down, move upward, or retrace into this very area and then move upward. However, this is a very rare scenario for me, okay, for market to come into this very area of $118,000 before moving upward. The possibility is there, but that is about 40%. For market moving into this area is 60-70%. That is this very point, okay? So expect the market to retrace, okay? That is a possibility. But what I am looking at right now as I'm talking to you is for this very candle to close bullish. Once this candle close bullish above this very close right here, then I am expecting the market to move upward into the 127 and $128,000 before retracement and then continuation to the upside. This is what you must have to pay attention to right now to be in the right direction of the market, and I am keeping my eye on this because once Bitcoin begins to move upward, of course, a lot of coin is going to maintain stability, even though they don't just move all the way to the upside. And on the price of ETH, if you look at the price of ETH, I am looking at something very simple, okay? But before I talk about that, point of interest first and first. So point of interest on the price of ETH is this very area, okay? We have this very point, important point of interest. Don't fail to mark this out on your price action. And if the market retraces, this is the point the market is going to come into before the next move to the upside. This level of 4,493 and this level of 4,428, okay? Market can retrace and then move upward. And of course, a breakout of this very level, okay, that is a bearish breakout, is going to send the market into this area of $4,200, $4,300 before the next move upward. However, that is not what I am expecting. Pay attention to this point of interest. What I am expecting right now is for this very candle to close bullish. Once this candle close bullish above this very area, okay, this very point of $4,600, okay, $4,600, then market is going to begin to move upward on the price of ETH, in my opinion. And this is what you need to pay attention to. And of course, once ETH begin to make significant pump, a lot of altcoins are going to begin to make significant move all the way to the upside as well. So pay attention to this. Very important on the price of ETH right now. The most important point of interest for me right now is this very area. That is why you need to pay attention to it to be in the right direction of the market. The next thing here is the price of Pi. Okay, I was talking about Pi coming back down, and we see that come back down. And of course, from here, I am looking at market moving to the upside. And that is why I want to give a signal right on this very pair. And this is a very short trade, okay? So from this very point, I will take my long position too. From here, the entry is this very point. Immediately after the close of this very candle, I am on the 4 hours chart, okay? Immediately after the close of this candle, from this very point, your stop loss, of course, should be at this very area. And then the take profit target should not be this much. Take profit target should be at this very point. I'm looking at 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. Okay, market should pump into this very area. That is my perspective. Okay, so your stop loss should be right here, while your take profit should be at this very point for the price of Pi, and you enter this trade immediately after the close of this very candle. However, on the Telegram channel, I have this very setup, so I will quickly change this parameter. Okay, let me look at this again. The entry is between this very point, okay, of 0.26 and this very area of 0.261 and 0.263. So the entry is 0.261 to 0.263. Okay, that's the entry, and then the target is at this very point of 0.28. okay, 0.288. So target is 0.288, and then the stop loss is 0.253. okay, stop loss here is 0.253. Of course, you risk 1% equity, and this is 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. And risk what you can afford to lose. Of course, you can do your research or do further analysis on it. That's okay. So this is a spot trade by USDT for our chart. So I am looking at the market to move upward, especially if this very candle close bullish, especially above this very area. So this is our entry, this is the stop loss area very clearly, and this is the take profits, this very point. And this point is very important because this is where the market crash from. So from the market begin to come back all the way to the downside, come back down, you have retracement, come back down, retracement, come back down, move up, then come back down. I believe that the market is going to push into this area, okay, maybe a little correction, and then move again into this very point. And a breakout of this very level is going to further send the market all the way to the upside on the price of Pi. So this is what I am personally looking at right now on this very price action, Pi USDT for our chart. Pay attention to that, is very important. So this is what you need to pay attention to, and you can take this trade, okay. And I'm going to drop this on the Telegram channel because I believe this very candle is going to close within 20 minutes or so, okay. So in the next 20 minutes or so, this candle is going to close, and it should close bullish. I believe it's going to close bullish, so I'm going to give this trade right now on the Telegram channel, okay. One thing very important here is that if you are not on this Telegram channel, I believe you are missing out greatly. Join the Telegram channel right now. Link in the description of this video and also in the pinned comment. It's going to help you a lot, especially in the next wave of the move we are expecting on the price of altcoins, for you to receive updates and many more technical analysis on chain data. Join the Telegram channel right now. Not only that, also Signal. I made mention of the fact that I'll be giving Signal on this very Telegram channel this very month, and this is the first one I am giving right here. So join right now, link in the description of this very video and also in the pinned comment to receive many more updates like this. So back to this very analysis, market is going to move upward, especially after the close of this very candle, which I believe is going to close bullish, and market is going to move upward. Of course, most time the price of Pi will just pump all the way to the upside and then begin to dump upward, and that is why I want to take advantage of that opportunity when it has not yet pumped. So from here, market has not yet pumped, market can just pump all the way upward and begin to dump back down. And I'll be paying attention to this very trade that I just gave on the Telegram channel right here, and also monitor the trade accurately for you guys. The next price action here is the price of BNB. You discover that BNB have been doing very well in the past few days, and market has moving upward. In my opinion, market is still going to move upward, approaching $1,350 and $1,400. So market should keep this move on into this very area of 1,350, okay, and this very area of 1,400. That is where I am expecting this market to move into, okay, before we can see some sort of correction before the market is going to move upward again. And this is my personal opinion as well on the price of BNB USDT 1-day chart. I am looking at the 1-day chart right here, as you can see on my screen. So expect the market to move upward. And one thing very important here is that for this market to move upward, most especially if this very candle, which is a daily candle, close above this very close as well, is going to give the market more momentum for the next move to the upside. And I believe that if this very candle forming right now, which is a bullish candle, close bullish, not only that, if this candle close above this very area of $1,218,000, that is, this candle close above $1,218,000, I believe that the market is going to move upward into this very area where I am expecting market to move into of $1,350 and $1,400 per BNB. And this is my personal opinion. You may have something very contrary to this, and that is very okay. And then from here, I will expect some correction before the next move to the upside. However, if this did not close bullish above this very line of $1,218,000, I'll be expecting market to correct a little bit into this very area and then move upward, because there is a point of interest right at this very point, okay? This very area is a great point of interest on the 1-day chart BNB USDT, and this is very, very important. So this is what you need to pay attention to on the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin, in my opinion, is going to do amazingly well all the way to the upside. And if you look at ETH is going to still move upward, in my opinion. I've given a trade right here on Pi USDT 4-hour chart right here, as you can see on the Telegram channel. The global crypto market cap have increased significantly to $4.26 trillion. Look at it at this very point, $4.26 trillion, which this is very, very great, guys. And if you look at this, and if you look at the CMC20 moving upward, which is a good sign, one thing very important here is the altcoin season is not below my interest. This is still within my range of interest, and this is very important. I want to see this move into 80 and 82 for that crazy pump into the market. Of course, we're going to see markets begin to do well in the next coming days and weeks, in my opinion. And one thing very important here is the average crypto RSI. Before now, it discovered that it was within this very area of 40 and 35, but things have shifted and these have crossed 50, which is a great thing. Market moving gradually into this very area, which is a good sign that market is going to pump hard for this very index to enter into this very area of overbought. Of course, you know that when the market was oversold was the right time to buy, but now we want the pump to happen so that we can collect profits at overbought condition. So this is what you need to pay attention to right now, guys, on the Bitcoin price action and also on coin market cap. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for all that crypto content. Join our Telegram channel, link in the description of this video. Join right now, and also in the pinned comment. It is a free channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.